Welcome back to the channel, folks, and to another double header battle report. So this one was recorded at our monthly meetup in August at Nightly Gaming in Bathgate. Mid-war is the theme again because a lot of the guys from up here are going to go down to the UK Nationals in September. So this was a chance to get some practice in. So some of the guys are playing for practice, some of the guys are playing to give practice to the others. So we've got two games for you. Now before we go into the games, just a wee heads up folks, keep your eye on the channel. I've got a new range of HDF, that's high density fibreboard, as opposed to MDF. I keep calling it MDF. But a new range of houses from Micro Art Studio, and I'm going to be doing a review of them, assembly and how they look and how they play on the tabletop. So keep your eyes tuned for that. So our first game folks, what have we got? We've got Kenny playing his Italians. He put together our Eastern Front themed Italian list where the best they've got in the way of armour is an L60. And to give you an idea, in the first game he played a list which was mostly T70s. You'll see that in one of the games later on. But they had to get around the side of the T70s to stand a chance of destroying them. That's what an L60 is like. But he's playing L60s, infantry, a good mix of other support up against Sean, who's playing a British infantry formation backed up by a Stuart formation. Now in the previous game Sean played that same sort of combo, except it was Crusaders instead of Stuarts up against the list that you'll see Mark using in the second game, and they managed to get a win just through manoeuvring through all the training, isolating an objective. It was a really good game, that one as well. And in the other game, the Italians, well, the first game, the Italians lost to the Soviet list that you're going to see in the second game. And to be honest, seeing your tanks struggling against T70s is a bit grim. But, you know, it's an interesting list. It's a historical list, and you get to see it in a really quite different mission. This time they're going to be attacking instead of defending. Everything on the table. Will that horde of tanks be able to keep the pressure up and do something significant? Let's go over and have a look at game one. Here is Sean's deployment. Well, first of all, you can see objectives here and here. Minefields, clobbering that. Infantry, well, mortar platoon, HQ, buffers, UCs, spotter, artillery, planes. That's all on table. Sorry. I'm getting everyone's road. And there is the honey formation, which is in reserve.
Two formations, got a bunch of L6s in one formation. They're the light tank card, so they're fearless, hitting fours. I've then got this huge blob of Italian Eastern Front infantry in the middle of the desert. That's all core. I've then got some 100mm guns and support. I've taken the capture 25-pounder card just to give them a little bit better anti-tank. Got some ice cream vans back here to shoot at planes that they'll never shoot at or hit. And some horrific unpainted scout cars not actually doing any scouting.
Lovely, thank you.
100mm. Yes.
Right folks, so
You get it.
they're elite, assault mortars elite, and two of the toy tanks are elite.
And the OK.
Oh, the observer isn't. So you can see movement, this is all dashing up to here folks. Mainly dashing and following me to get through here too. And then Namakars in with a dash. And the planes arrive. The artillery ranged in on the buffers and managed to get one and kill one. It was the one that had smoke on it, but there's one less buffer and they're pinned. British turn one starting step, so 25-pounders unpinned, buffers didn't. Ambush popped here, 6-pounders, no reserves coming in. So no movement for the Brits, straight on to their turn one shooting.
So you're hitting on fives.
Starting with the 25-pounders.
So if I'm remembering correctly, because there's people
British turn 1 shooting, folks, so 25 pounders ranged in here, and as you can see, no kills but 2 pinned units. Got bailed out by a buffers, and then 1 dead, 1 bailed from the ambush, firing at long range because of the lack of terrain, but that's where the tanks are, so firing there made sense. Italian turn 2 starting step, everybody remounted and unrallied over there. I'll try to keep my hand out of the way, folks, so it focuses, and that tank, it remounted too, but no plane. Italian turn 2 movement, everything's tactically, carefully just moving up, as you can see, folks, so there's plenty of fire going to be coming out from all these guys. So Italian turn 2, the shooting didn't do much other than kill one of the 25 pounders. The 6 pounders are pinned, the Bofors were covered in smoke, but a successful assault went in against the Bofors, killed one, and as you can see in the starting step, another one has legged it, and then the Italians are consolidated through here, but they've still got here to worry about. So British starting step, you can see the Boffer legged it. The Fearless rolled a 2. It would have been very handy to have them on pin to go shooting at the light tanks. Opening reserves.
I get one. Okay.
One reserve coming on. British turn 2 movement, a bit of a counter attack coming on here, folks. First of all, the reserves coming up over here, and then UCs and infantry moving up into this area to have a go at these infantry, and maybe these armour cars too. So British shooting, turn 2 shooting, so boys anti-tank rifle, missed armour cars. These guys, what's that, assault mortars, pinned down. The 6 pounders just managed to get a couple of bails. We only had 4 dice, remember, and 2 failed 5 pounds to kill the light tanks. The Grants just rolled cat's eyes for 5 pounds to kill 2 of them, so 2 bailed armour cars. There was just a little attempted assault in this building here, but defensive fire drove it off. Italian turn 3, starting step. Well, you've got 1 tank didn't get back in, 1 armour car didn't get back in, everything else seems to have been fine. Did you get a plane? No. There seems to be a radio problem between the Italians and the Germans.
Up here to try and counter these
You can see the armour cars are moving around the flank there, these guys moving up.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is
An attack going through the middle with infantry, going through the bulletproof cover basically. So Italian shooting, lots of shots here into the anti-tank guns again, and some from the back there, only 1 dead though. The anti-tankers aren't doing much, and they're not doing much back to them.
if you roll, because you do it individually or something.
Elsewhere there's been lots of shooting into the infantry, some into the universal carriers, and they've got smoke on them from the assault mortars too. Oh, and smoke bombardment placed across here by the artillery to keep those big bad Grants out of the picture.
Okay, so they've got Brands have got
Assault coming in here. They've got some kind of cover from smoke.
yep, plus the guy here as well. Three. I think that's 4 because
I modelled his hand well.
he's another shot through you.
And I put a flaming wizard in his hand. So he would like shake his gear.
The smoke's making it a bit more difficult to hit, but there's a lot of dice.
You are stopped.
That was always going to be a tricky one, trying to get in against 3 universal carriers and some infantry.
Are they considered a bulletproof cover? Not assaults. Okay, so even though you come out of the building, you're... they're considered to... Okay, so 2 for him on a 3 up. Nope, he's dead. Guy here, he's super dead. Again, it's fine. So
I think that will end that, folks. And there's another assault going in, folks, here.
4's with the boys hitting the +1.
Not so much.
He's halted.
Not so much defensive fire.
So orange. Okay, orange is a 5. See some bad results. A 3?
4.
4? Right, well, it's not enough to kill me. Well, it might kill me.
Doesn't push you back.
It's enough to kill you, but it's not enough to stop you.
So I guess whoever you want, like the front guy takes 2 and then
Front guy
the spine
takes
takes 1.
So front guy... Yes, he's fine, thank God. 1 each on these guys? Yeah. Right, so still has the line. Both fine.
Well, they're going to get in then.
Yeah, yes. Okay, so they are just 4 up. I believe, yeah, it's 4. Okay, so
we've got, they're all going into, I guess, the ground floor.
ground floor, yeah. So ground floor, first swing. Yep,
No, just roll them all together.
Oh, right,
You're
okay.
attacking them.
3 of them, right. Yeah, so
He's like super dead.
he's dead 3 times over.
So he's dealt with. Right, do I counter?
Probably.
And my HP's behind.
Oh, sorry.
Thankfully with the
That's all we
reroll.
need.
So, come out here. HP might as well join in for shits and giggles. And he'll come down from the ground floor. Down
Leap down from the roof.
So we've basically got 3 command stands going into white, your command stand, and the 2 rifle guys swinging in.
So we got a 3 up.
Yeah, these bricks love
Dog
it.
and all that.
So these are the 3 into your command stand.
He is
Dead,
dead,
just. And the infantry swing infantry. Yes, can you counter-attack?
I will nominate him as field promotion to...
Because you survived the first round of combat, here's a field brevet.
So I am a 4, I believe. No, they break off.
There you go.
So I need to...
They're going to break off and they're going to consolidate.
6.
All the bad dice gone.
Yeah,
So now you can roll your
That's the dice for reserves, folks. Not very good. And then motivations were fine, was it?
Yeah, everything rallies apart from the guns.
Oh, the gun's still pinned.
They're not having it.
Fearless every time. And it's going to be the, I think that's the Honey HQ that's going to be coming on now. So British turn, 3 movement. You can see the Honeys have come in there. Grants are moving over. They can't really shoot much because of the smoke. And the UCs have moved around to here to support infantry and get support from the infantry.
Everybody but Bale.
Do I get...
The Grants firing through here managed to get just a bale, and then 4 hits
So I need 4
from
to
the
match
Honeys
for they two,
on
so
here.
just roll them. 4 to match. Okay, so 1 bounces. Straight through to him, and then they're straight through as well. Oh wait, no, are they? Hang on. 1, yeah, 6. I can get these guys.
Okay.
Because they're 1. No. So
See,
through.
powers.
Okay, right. So the firepowers on these are 4s. So 2 destroyed.
Just say they 2 because that's furthest, or
Yeah.
so they 2 are dead.
2 dead and 1 bailed. Light tank.
Light tank action.
Oh, that's it. That's what Midwater should be.
The 3 guns on the hill. We'll go for the 2 3 that's left.
This guy's okay.
Yeah.
Force.
It's to make it to the end of the game, so we don't need to worry about that.
So that guy.
Yep.
I believe I need a 6 to match.
6 pounders are still pinned, by the way, folks.
I matched it.
You are Bale.
He's built it.
And have bailed out another tank.
He will take a shot.
The 6 pounders have killed 1 and bailed 2 tanks, which is a bit nuts.
So that's 87 against your front 3.
So 3-4 match.
Yep. And the light tanks are still going strong.
You're still mortars.
Boys anti-tank rifle,
Force. Yes.
shot and killed an armoured car. I've never seen a boys anti-tank rifle destroy anything. So there you go, it does work.
And the rest are going into the rifles.
Okay. So that's the HQ. Is it still
the armoured-
you want to do?
The armoured cars, the universal carriers.
So that is that going to be your target? How many open that was before?
Guess what that one
So that's 3.
3 saves on the infantry.
Just ding ding ding.
Oh dear. So, Italian turn 4, so motivations. Last stand failed on that tank, I think due to not remounting. And the assault mortars legged it. Plane still not coming in, folks. So Italian movement is getting really messy now, folks. There's infantry in behind infantry, in front and beside infantry. It's very interesting. Infantry here are moving back a bit. So we've got infantry, Italians, British, Italians. And you can see them
Keep them still because
running around the hill there as much as possible at tactical speed so they can keep shooting on the way. In fact, it'd be too close to dash around the outside edge. So the Italian firing, they ranged in over there. A couple of hits on granates to no effect, but they killed a base of infantry. And the mortars are going to fire down that way as well. So the mortars tried to range in, but didn't manage it.
These 5 are going to target this guy on the end, spelling it out, okay? The blitz, so I'm 2 shots each, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it's halted. Hit on 5?
Yes.
Not bad, not bad.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So 2 hits.
2 hits on each.
So guy close to you.
To be honest, all my
Makes one, fails one. Guy in the middle, makes both.
2 saves,
Guy on my side makes
2
both.
saves.
Okay, so I've got 1 firepower on
slightly better, and they got top 2, so they're a bit more resilient.
You need a 5, folks, the wee pop guns.
So yeah, maybe just have
And
all
these guys will do the same thing. They did move, but targeting him is the target. So that's 1 shot each. So 5.
Good shooting.
I'll take that.
Okay, so
He starts, so he's the target, and then it spills out.
so it's like that, like that, like that. Yes. I'm going to try and move this one onto the nearest one there.
You start with a balance.
So he takes 2.
But then you've got the ambush.
Fails one, makes one. Guy in the middle, fails. Guy in the end, makes it.
2 chances. 5 up firepower is needed there.
First firepower, the guy closest to me.
Cocked.
No.
in the middle.
Yay!
They destroyed something.
They actually had some ammunition in that shell, some explosives.
Finally.
There's one left.
Still got that.
I don't know if I want to because I'm frightened I'll kill him and then I can't assault you, and that's because you won't get, there'll be no defensive fire, or he'll defensive fire.
He will defensive fire, but nobody else will.
Well, it depends where the assault's coming in.
So if I come in from there.
Yeah, if you can have 2 go in, you'll
Yeah, so I'll leave that because I don't want to kill him because I can potentially make other things move if he defensive fires. These guys, they're tactical. I'll just punt 2 main gunshots into them and hope for the best.
so 6 is
Nope. These extreme trucks should have these guys, what you can see, so that will be, they can all see there, well, he can, so I'll do them first. 2, 4, 6 shots, hitting the guy in the open.
I charged it and I
So that's 4s.
I charged and beat charged like
1, 2, 3 shots. There you go, 3 hits. So 2 on the front guy and 1 on the back.
anti-tank.
Oh, sorry, anti-tank's 5.
Bounce 1,
And field 1.
sail 1, yeah, and the guy behind which bounces.
Okay, so 5 up firepower. No.
Build it. So one build it, you see.
He can't see, but yeah, these guys. So they're just going to target these guys here. I'll target.
Do him first, because
He can only see
those 2.
they two.
Those 2 can see.
Do him first. So he didn't move, so that's 2 shots for him.
Maybe on 4.
On 4s.
I charged and
1 hit, and the tank's 6.
It felt like a losing situation. Like charge and die.
4 up firepower. Yes, so he's dead.
Yeah, but in 7, I would have charged him really.
I got 2 close.
Two.
Other 2 on him, so that'll be, so he did move, so it's 1 shot from him, and it's a concealed shot from him. Okay, so I'll do the 1 shot from him.
You're actually in the open. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
'cause you can target him with the charge.
Oh, true, yeah.
that one's not going to do it anyway.
And then 2 shots,
In the open.
1 hit. Nope. 4 up firepower. Yes.
So that was
That guy was targeted. Well, actually, no, because it would have been him. Because I would have had to have him in the open. So.
Armour cars, they can.
Cars, it's true, yep. So we'll do armour cars. You will get concealment because they're away from the
Well,
wall.
as long as you're within 2 inches of the wall, you're concealed by it, but you're not. Targets beyond it are not concealed.
Well, he's dead. Well, he's definitely.
yeah. So he's got concealed. The other 3 are fine.
Okay, so it's 2. There are 2 shots halted. So I'll do the 2 closest. So they'll be hitting on 4s.
Yep.
2 hits. That's tank 5. 5.
2 potential bails in.
Side, actually 0 on the side.
Is it 0 on the side?
Okay, so and then I'll just roll them then now. Actually,
Yeah, 0 on the
Right.
side.
5 up. Yes. So there we go.
So that's that UC platoon being well and truly bullied.
Over here onto these guns. So
Assuming I send 2 in, or if you've got 2 in, then the OP's got no shot.
So I'll do 2, just like that.
Okay. Yep, no shot, just take swings.
So no defensive fire.
So they are just regular, so they are just 4s. Yep, so he's dead.
So that'll end the assault.
And then I can just consolidate.
Consolidate, yeah. Now, is he within 6?
He of me?
Yeah.
Yes.
That means he's just going to push back a wee bit.
Yeah, you need to like by half a centimetre or something. Yeah.
And him as well.
Yes, he'll go back too, yeah.
He didn't take part though.
You still won the assault.
Yeah.
But then that's not.
That was you breaking off.
No, no. You were there. You were launching the assault.
Okay, okay.
That's why it's always that different.
Yeah.
between-
Okay, that's fine.
So a wee consolidation move from them, and that's the end of the Italian turn.
On that we help there.
Okay. So turn, what was it? Sorry, 5.
What my turn for?
Turn 4. British turn 4. In terms of motivations, the anti-tank can run away. Those guys didn't unpin. Reserves have arrived here, and it looks like this planes have actually arrived. How many times have planes been rolled for in this game?
4 now?
Well, 8, 10.
Yeah, 8.
Sheesh. 8, and I think this is maybe the second time they've arrived, folks. Oh, and they're going after the artillery.
Oh, good in there.
So British movement, you can see reserves coming on over here. These guys are just edging around. He has legged it, and that's it pretty much straight into shooting, folks.
But I like high numbers.
Try an artillery again. I think I'm only catching 1 team.
Still a couple of 25 pounders left. They're going to try and range in with infantry.
Yeah, so. Hits, but rolling. Still hits.
Oh, they've already ranged in, folks, so that's a repeat bombardment. So a hit but no kill.
The 4 honeys over there. Main gun, the 3 on the.
On the house, that'll be 4 up to 5.
I think so.
But actually, no, hang on, he's the open, so 4.
3. 87.
I'm not beyond 60. No. So what's that, 4? What did you go, yeah?
4 against 7, that'll do it.
Downstall them. The little L6s that could.
3 here, scout cars.
Yep.
2 hits.
That's, that'll be. So that's
Side armour,
so
which
that's
is
inside. My side is 1.
7.
one, yeah.
6s.
You got a chance, you got a chance. No chance.
4s. Both destroyed.
So just 1 armour car left.
I think it was that guy.
Boys teams will take shot from him. He's pinned, so he'll be slow firing, but he's okay. So we'll do greens as a 4.
Will that be concealed?
Oh, okay, so they're both 5s.
Yeah, it's double 5. 1 hit.
That's a 5.
5 versus my 1 support match. No. Are you going to count for our boys again?
Well,
No,
No, 5 up.
Nothing. It's just
5 up.
straight 10 plus 1 to hit.
I thought that was your second boys kill, which is 2 more kills I've ever seen a boy kill.
He's Bale though.
Yeah, sorry.
Instant death doesn't exist in it. But as an ability, not as double strike.
Grant.
Grants.
That was like cannonball to your jet. Oh, that he's dead. That's it.
Yeah, you did move in there, so you are.
Yeah. So that's
Might as well just machine.
It's the pin, mate.
Hitting on 5s.
5s, it'll be.
against the
4 hits.
4 hits, okay.
triple six.
4. So the only guy you can't hit is this guy back here. So we'll just roll these 3 ups. Oh goodness. So 3 hits. So does it really matter what ones you want?
No, just kill them.
Just kill them all.
Nope, nothing. Okay, well that's 3 hits anyway. So we're tracking.
5.
Stupid. So what? Oh no, it's fear. So
Gonna
that's what?
Assault.
And it's the super sixes.
You're not going away, I thought you were going to go.
So is it just going to be those guns then?
If I'm very lucky, I can.
What's the rate of fire on
2,
them?
4, 6 shots.
Oh, there's 2 shots easy, aren't they?
Yeah. 2, 4, 5, 6. On 4. That's not going to do it. That's cocked though. 4 hits nearly.
That's 1 each, basically.
1 each, yeah.
So I'll do them as they go because they are different teams.
Yes.
So first guy is fine, HQ stand is dead, rifle team is fine, and the boys is fine. Okay, so we lose that guy.
Is there nothing else within 8 inches? Right.
Right, so mortar team next. I think I double checked.
Yeah.
So mortar team swinging at the 1 guy. He's the 4. No. HQ team is the 3. No. Boys team is the 4.
Hey, so is that this guy?
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Relatively speaking.
I think it's past now, but I think he would have been in range. But we're past that.
Probably would have.
You've got to take the shortest route to contact. Though. But anyway, you're fine. You can motivate.
Go on. You can for
Do I though? What's my. Where is it? Ah, here they are. Just want to see if they're any different. No, they're just 4 up.
They're kind of just like infantry with a gun, aren't
They're
they?
infantry by gun, yeah, that's exactly what they are. Yay, they do it.
So you can, what is your assault
So
rating?
the guy
5.
I can swing back, so he can swing on him.
Yeah, so that's a 5 on the guy furthest away from me. Nope.
Nearly.
Closest to me, the unit leader. Yes, you got some. Well done, boys. Just hit him with the barrel of the gun.
So camp attack on 3.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
1. He's dead.
Yes, boys. Promotions all round.
That's 2 left.
I mean, they are testing now because they're still an infantry and not a gun team. So.
The skirmisher position left.
Right, so
Right,
you're
planes.
ranging. So you're ranging on what? 4,
Actually,
5?
mechanically.
Skill 4.
Okay, so 5 on your
It's
hull.
just the match gets to a point where
Oh, first time.
So you're catching all 4 presumably, so I catch the
it
whole team.
happens so rapidly.
Yeah. On 4.
So we take
2 guns.
2 middle guys, what we do? They're a gun team, so they're 4. As they were, so he is fine, he is not.
2 up.
But they
Yeah,
are.
I'm done. That's
The most effective use of planes I've seen in a long time. Both players have got them, they just won't turn up, and when they do, they just won't hit.
It's because one of them was taxing.
like I said, it's just going to keep.
They're going to go for a draw, guys. It's going to time out, to be honest. They've got to be within 8 inches of their objective to keep the game going, but there's a chance that they can do that with the infantry they've got around here. And there's just so many tanks coming on, not hitting each other, not passing their firepower, so they've gone for an honourable draw. So there you go, folks, it timed out. There was a hell of a lot of play left in that, to be honest. There was the potential pressure for the Brits to push the Italians back from one objective, so they're not within 8 inches of any objectives. That's probably the only play that was left in the game. But it's good in terms of practice because it shows how, if you've got let's say, a sitting kind of list with lots of units in it, and your opponent's got an attacking kind of list with lots of units in it, to win the game in 2.5 hour sort of tournament timescales, you're going to have a plan for how you're going to get that victory as a defender. And as the attacker, well, you know, you're going to have, it's a bit more of a direct plan, but you're going to have to go for it. You know, have a plan that really just flings yourself down the throat of the opponent and try and win the game. If you can't win the game, maybe just keep enough to hold on to an objective, stay within 8 inches, so that you can at least deny a victory to your opponent. Tricky stuff. So our second game sees Mark playing a very sort of standard mid-war German infantry formation up against a bit of a horde of tanks brought by Alex. Now, Alex won his first game using a horde of tanks. He's attacking again in this game. Mark he's brought a couple of, well, when I say brought, I mean intended to bring a couple of bunker flak. He spent some time during the week painting them and then left them in the wrong box. So they're subbed in by a couple of Tigers, as you'll see. Hopefully that won't confuse anybody when they get destroyed by T-70s. But he brought them with intention of blowing up the KVs that may well come along. And bunker flak is a good option for that, but it's not such a good option when you're faced by a horde of light tanks and armour cars, as you'll see. But let's go over and see if Mark's infantry managed to hold off against this horde of Russian armour.
Right, we have a HQ T-34, unit of 3 T-34s, 2 units of 10 T-70s, unit of 16 SMG with Tanko Desantniki, second formation, BA-10 HQ, 3 units of 3, and in sport, 2 SU-1252s.
And now Tanko Desantniki, they can shoot an assault from the tanks.
Yes.
And these guys, they've got the Horar rule, have they? So they can assault 6 inches from the tanks.
Yes, so I think you can do 10-inch tactical, 4-inch follow me, 6-inch RAV for a 20-inch threat range, I think, which is a lot.
In the right circumstances, that's as you say, that's a long threat range. But you guys are all reckless, pretty much, apart from the armour cars?
Yes, it's the trouble with the Tanko Desantniki. On a reckless tank, it means they have a very short lifespan, so I might not be on the tanks this mission, I don't know.
Yeah, because this is very much everyone's on the table shooting at you. You can't isolate them quite so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of open ground to cover to reach the objectives. So.
What have you got on your list?
Okay, we've got basically a Panzer Grenadier company. We've got 1, 2, 3, 5.
So they're short platoons.
Yeah, the short platoons, yeah. And then we've got a battery of 4 infantry guns, 7.5 centimetre, and the company HQ, which is what makes up this formation. Then, unfortunately, I've put the wrong box, so I've got 1, 2, what look like Tigers, but are actually Panzer flak, the armoured half-track used as a bunker buster.
Bunker flak, yeah.
A battery of 4 10.5 centimetres, 2 SDK 231s over there, and 2 SDK 10-4s here, flak, and in ambush I've got 4
late Panzer Force. Then we have objective there with 2 mines in front of it. Another objective over there with 2 minefields in front of it. Right, Alex deployment, so you can see T-70s, armour cars on the road where they can use their speed. Then you've got SU-152s, T-34s and more T-70s. So it's just where are the infantry going to go? And you can see the infantry then plonked down in the middle, so there's one big massive long line of armour. Tactical moves along here. Big dash up the road. Tactical move taking cover in the woods, and then a tactical move over on the flank.
We're going to be about 14, so I don't have enough dice.
Soviet Ton 1 shooting them, needing 7s because got on the ground and overworked. Got one potential hit, but it didn't turn into a 7. And then this platoon over here got hammered by MGs. No casualties, but pinned down. They didn't unpin. Ambush popped here. Anti-aircraft guns moving up. Put some more fire down onto them. They ranged in here but caused no damage. The bunker flak got a hit and a kill. These flak armour cars managed to get 2 bales, and then you can see the Panzer IVs managed to, let me see, destroy 1, 2, 3, 4. They destroyed 4 out of the other armour cars, so they've been absolutely smashed. Soviet turn 2 movement, so you can see T-34s moving up, T-70s, the SU-152s, big nasty boys, armoured cars, moving tactically, infantry, aiming at that hill, and T-70s at this flank here. So the BA-10's got some revenge there, folks. They shot the bunker flak in the back. If it's 0 armour, it didn't stand a chance against anti-tank 7. And then this one here, machine gunned the living daylight sight of those 2 flak cars. These 2 fired up at the church, and then the infantry are not going to have much success, say, with their MGs. They've dealt with the other bunker flak. Don't worry, folks, it's not T-70s knocking out Tigers. So, Soviet shooting over here, it's been a mixture of some shots going down against these guns, against the infantry, against the church. So, no casualties, but very, very pinned. The assault's gone in here, folks. 4 dice of defensive fire, 3 hits, but they all saved. And then 2 swings into the building, a miss. That's needing a 3 up. And then 4 swings on the guy outside the building, he got clobbered. And then the Germans are breaking off. So when they got chased out of the church, they came down here, got assaulted by the T-34s that rolled some fantastic to hit rolls, killed 3 of the bases. He counter-attacked, moved in, didn't hit, but then they thought, this guy, he's crazy Kraut, let's just get the hell out of there. So 1 Kraut left to do a consolidation move. And if he's really brave, he'll consolidate right in the middle of the minefield and say, assault me now. He's consolidated successfully into the minefield. So motivation, didn't unpin, did unpin, passed his last stand. And then you could take him off, he counts as destroyed, but it means you still have him. That's a platoon off, so you're not going to lose anything else. That probably would have been the best thing to do in the circumstances rather than skin him in the minefield.
Well, the other thing about the minefield was that
German turn 2 movement, so you can see the armour cars are moving around to the flank. A little reposition with the Panzer IV, and that is about it. So the withdrawal was just that last man standing.
he's far into here.
Now the Panzer IV shooting. 1 fired off at T-70's got a bale and a kill. The other ones at the armoured cars, very unsuccessfully, they managed to get 2 kills. But no hits on this intact platoon of 3. So the artillery has joined in, got 2 hits, straight to firepower, 2 passes, 2 dead armoured cars.
We've got 8s against 4s and 5s.
So let's finish off the shooting. We have these guns firing into here and ended up with 4 baled T-70s.
And on this guy, on a 3.
Soviet motivation.
So the BA-10s have just
So that some 5 and BA-10 passed. The HQ doesn't need to do a last stand. 3 of the 4 got back in over here, and I think 1 got back in over the far side of the table. Soviet turn 3 movement, so you can see them ganging up on the small armoured car platoon. get them killed so they're not a unit available to be withdrawn. Infantry piling forward to get an assault in on the company HQ, and then T-34s moving past the minefields, T-70s lining up against the infantry. Soviet turn 3 shooting then. So all of these fire into these guns, managed to get one. So it's one dead infantry gun. Did a pop at the infantry to no effect. Here, 3 hits from some machine guns, managed to get one potential kill, but a 6 was not rolled for the firepower. And then against the armoured cars, they've taken a lot of hits here, folks. Anti-tank 7. So one dead, and the other one.
The other guy,
One chance to kill. It's just a bail. Which you know what that means, folks. It's going to get taken off if required next turn as a withdrawn unit. This little armoured car, folks, managed to ping a shot in against the side of Panzer IV needing a 6, and ends up bailing it, which is bad. But then I think we're going to have some assaults going on here.
Okay, armoured car swing on a 6. Nope.
Oh dear.
Do I stand?
No. I don't think they're fearless, no. No, they're not all going to go. They're not all going to go.
It's the unit.
No, he captures everything within 6 inches.
They don't have a tactical move.
Yeah, so he captures everything within 6 inches.
He still lives, that one gun there.
That's why I'm trying to keep the machine guns near him.
So if we're chucking an armoured car in, even if it's got no real chance of hitting, it might make static things like that run away. So all goes in against the HQ, and unsurprisingly, because they're hitting on 3 up assault, that's the HQ gone. So these guys can now make a consolidation move. German turn 3 starting step, so did unpin the artillery in that wood, unpinned, the armoured car remounted, the armoured car ran away, the artillery stayed, so there's now not enough platoons to hit that threshold of 6 to withdraw, so nothing's leaving this turn. Actually, Panzer IV didn't get back in, folks. So turn 3 movement for the Germans is just some movement from the Panzer IVs. And everything else really has to stay put.
5 to 6.
One Panzer IV bailed an armoured car. They got 4 out of 4 hits here on this platoon that are challenging the objective.
Matches 1, fails 1. Next tank bounces. The final tank is 3.
2 chances to kill then.
So the guy that's got both,
Yep.
kill him, he's dead.
Yep.
And the guy that's gone through, he's bailed. One dead, one bailed.
Yeah. Not too bad, but could have gone better. Artillery ranged in over there. Third attempt, but that was still okay. 6 hits, resulting in 4 casualties. Remember, there are 4 up save these infantry.
Yes, starting my turn within 4. Remount this guy. Nope.
Right, so starting step, turn 4 for the Soviets. Didn't get back in. Did get back in. Didn't unpin. Passed last stand and remounted. That's the HQ. So the infantry not moving forward, that's a bit of a problem, but they were within contesting distance of this, which has only been covered by 1 base at the moment. It's looking pretty tricky. Soviet movement then turn 4, getting into position to shoot them in the side and launch an assault here. These guys to shoot them in the side. T-34's moving around the back of this infantry gun platoon.
5, 6, 7.
Tried to dig in but failed. Soviet turn 4 shooting, so here they managed to get, with MG fire, one of these guns. They tried as well, had a chance but needed a 6 to get firepower from an MG hit, and there was no success there. And they had no luck here shooting at these Panzer IVs. There was one bailed, but there's still going to be defensive fire coming in.
Hitting on 5.
Oh no, there's actually not going to be defensive fire coming in, a bit too far away. But the assault goes in whiffs, I think, so you can run in and clobber them.
So I'm going to try assault.
So 2 on 1 and 1 on. Three to you. 2 hits and 1 hit. So keep.
Guy taking 2. Guy taking 1.
One bailed out. So we need a motivation.
Yep.
They do.
1 swing. Nope. Your turn.
Nah. No, 3 isn't going to do it, so that saves the T-70 and pushes those infantry back a little from that objective. So German turn 5 motivations, didn't unpin. Single 10.5 didn't unpin, but it's also not running away. And one Panzer IV did not remount. OI and those infantry. They didn't unpin, did they, the infantry? Right, the infantry who pulled back last turn did not unpin. In terms of unit withdrawal, the 10.5 was withdrawn. And then it looks like the infantry here dug in because they weren't able to move forward. Is that if there's no really going to be moving, just shooting, eh?
Pretty much, yeah.
Right.
Now, 2 of them are going to be just 2s.
Yep.
So on the 2s.
So the Panzer IV shooting these guys.
This guy, you're going to get concealment from him, so it can be 3s. So 3 hits on your tanks. 4 against 11. Hee-haw. I will take the first 3 of your tanks.
Sure.
2 bailed and a dead.
2 bails and a dead.
So the way it was lying, the bailed and the bailed.
And it's dead.
This guy's going to shoot at your HQ.
Yeah.
Imagine this people.
Oh my god. Not kill the V10.
V10s are a nightmare. I call them clown cars because they're just ridiculous.
Yeah. There they are. Even after dynamic points, they're still just so undercosted. Yeah. It's
Right, I'm not going to shoot with anybody else because I'm pinned so I can't fire bombardment, so I'm not really going to fire. It's only 4s against 8s.
Right.
I only fire 1 shot, so
That'll be it for the Germans.
stand. We will here. Yep.
So that P10 passed its last stand.
Yes.
The infantry have unpinned. Those 3 T-70s did not remount. And you got that wee guy there at the back who's hoping that everyone's forgotten about him.
Yeah.
He's saying, nah, no point. And that's it for motivations for turn 5. Soviet turn 5. Soviet turn 5 movement then. So these are moved across to the flank. They were hoping to have a few more bodies with them. Infantry are moving out towards that objective. T-34 is moving around behind those guns. The armoured cars didn't get anything against the Panzer IVs. One of the T-70s got the bailed out Panzer IV and managed to destroy that.
Okay. Repeat bombardment.
ISU 152s
The one guy is missed.
having to re-roll because there's only 2 of them.
Machine gun. Gun over there.
Lots of T-70 machine gun shots.
16. We roll in 5.
only one of those.
3, 5.
No condition. Oh, that's to say, sorry, the cop was but you pinned. Well, the pin anyway.
6s this time, isn't it?
Yeah, 6 I didn't shoot.
Oh, never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Still not bad.
Which,
And they're all going on him.
one potential.
6 needed. No.
So you can see all the bar guy. Three shots
Other
of
guys. There, so the HQ. Nope. And the unit.
One.
Hit twice.
2 MG hits, 2 saves.
Now you
So yeah, those are gone, and you'll be delayed.
This assault went in, killed the gun, consolidated to over here. And this is turn 5.
My turn.
So German turn 5. So what do we have here then, folks? The gun failed its last stand, didn't unpin, and there are no platoons to withdraw because of the number of platoons, the small number of platoons that are left is 1, 2, 3. So German turn 5 shooting, try to finish off the,
No, so I got 3 hits.
try to finish off
One hit in each.
T70s.
Fail that one.
I'll take the first one.
out the building that way. Come in this way.
Second one.
These guys can't shoot.
No, so you get defensive not that so one healthy tank. You go straight through stealth.
So the one that isn't bailed is bailed, and the ones that are bailed. So you get 2 chances to kill on the ones that are bailed.
No, that's shooting. Oh, yes. So I will fire at this one.
I have no idea. I don't really
Dead.
want to.
And this one. He's double bailed.
Okay, 4 plus 5.
He's staying.
So this guy.
Watch for the clown cars again. Just one hit.
The slam can't just
He's dead.
So
It doesn't matter if he swaps because it'd be the
Yeah.
one left in the formation.
Formation's gone, so they will have legged it. The end of the clown cars, folks.
so over there, those guys can't do anything effective. So these guys will stop
I guess I'm sure.
Oh, so they unpinned, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, well,
Okay, so we've got 2 thirds of cover.
Yeah, so the 4's up to 5.
4 plus.
So defensive fire. Oh my goodness.
3 hits.
But that's 3's not enough. So
Oh,
Bloody Nora. Well,
but that's still
you still go in.
going. Yeah. So the whale flanks, I'll kill it.
No, you roll. You have to roll to hit,
yeah. Break off.
right? Then do your save.
Right, don't roll a 1.
Right, now you've got to motivate.
Counter attack. Yes.
So is one of those tanks within 4 inches? Yeah, so he can move in.
Within a 5.
No dear. Not much you can do with that. I think your formation's broken.
It is now.
Oh wait, there's one guy left in that platoon actually.
This one was going when he was not, but he was not the charge which was
Right, okay, but not a great end to an assault. Soviet turn 6 starting step. One tank didn't get back in over here and that was all. Everywhere else, they are fine. They're all okay. He finally got back in, so he can go in to take part in the glory right at the end. So Soviet movement you can see that's the main focus of this turn. With T-70s over there doing a little bit of movement to get shots on there, but that's about it.
This guy didn't move.
So 3 hits from the T-70s
3 hull.
into here.
Into the hull. 1, 2, 3 hull. hits into the turret. So that's easier to see.
So we'll do that one first.
Yep.
False fine. One would have resulted in potential bail. These other ones are 3 against 7. So that's okay. And last one, 3 against 7. He's okay. Now these guys are getting shot to bits, but 6s needed, 7s needed against them, and a couple of failed saves but no pass firepowers because a 6 needed. So it looks like it's going to be a final assault maybe to kill these guys off.
And the last stand is dead.
Dead.
There it is.
And that'll do it because that'll break the formation, whatever else happens. So there you go, folks. That was a tough one for Mark. He brought on a list to deliberately... No. So there you go, folks. That was a tough one for Mark. His list was intended to be practice for tank formations to attack an infantry type formation. And to be honest, my opinion is that infantry formations in mid-war, unless the terrain is on their side, are really going to struggle. And in that mission, especially when stretched right away across the table, it was always going to be tricky. He was always likely to get isolated and then swamped. But interesting list there from Alec as well. Lots of tanks, lots of anti-tank 7, which in mid-war can be very useful against similar hordes or against the side armour of things like Panzer IVs. So an interesting game nonetheless. Anyway folks, there you go. That's 2 games for you. We'll probably have more mid-war games before the Nationals themselves come up. So stay tuned if you want to see some more mid-war action. After that, well, you know, probably going to get back to late war, I would guess. You know, there's not any new releases coming up, but late war's probably where we're going to go after September. So, as always, thanks for watching folks, and hopefully we'll see you all on the next one.